And that's how we know we live on a flat Earth. Let's talk about satellites and what they are and in the sky.
Things that don't make sense. Things that don't make sense. Things that don't make sense.
In the night sky, those little specks, points, dots of light that move at a constant speed in a constant direction above your head, that's a satellite. Some people say that those are foil-lined tubes and boxes that have all these scientific instruments on them to measure things and do stuff like GPS and lasers and the internet. Humans have launched up through our atmosphere, through the thermosphere that is 1500 degrees Celsius temperature. 1500 degrees Celsius is 2732 degrees Fahrenheit. But it doesn't melt the satellite, melt all the paint, foil lining. Things that don't make sense. Things that don't make sense. Things that don't make sense. And then the satellite goes past that into the mesosphere. The mesosphere is minus 85 degrees Celsius. Minus 85 degrees Celsius is minus 121 degrees Fahrenheit. That's super cold. We shoot the precise instruments of technology and scientific instruments into space through the plus 1500. It was hot. And then, ooh, then it's really cold. And then the instruments are cold. All the metal just gets super small and tight because it's so cold. It goes through that without any of the seals coming loose. The atmosphere spins with the planet. So our atmosphere is also spinning at 1600 kilometers per hour. That's faster than planes. Super fast. And so then the satellites have the momentum of the atmosphere, so they're going up into space, but they're flying with us at 1600 kilometers per hour. Super fast. And then they reach the barrier between our atmosphere and open space, but instead of being completely torn apart by the sheer violence of the momentum change from the 1600 kilometers per hour to, oh, now you're in open space, they just silently and gently glide off into a low Earth orbit, into the vacuum of space, into just nothing. Kind of like when you're on a merry-go-round spinning really fast and you drop a gumdrop, candy ball, gumdrop, drop as you're spinning super fast on your merry-go-round. That's kind of like what happens with the satellites going into space, low Earth orbits. But the satellite doesn't just go flying, it just gently and then does all the things that it does. How hot is the vacuum of space? When the sun shines on the Hubble telescope, then the Hubble telescope, ooh, it's hot. 248 degrees Fahrenheit, 100 degrees Celsius. That's, oh, the mirror is hot. And then when the sun is not shining on the satellite, ooh, it's cold in the dark of night when it goes around away from the sun. Minus 330 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 173 degrees Celsius. You'd think that they would warp a little bit from the temperature changes, and the warping would just, the Hubble mirror would, oh, I'm all warped, and then just can't take the nice pictures, or that the lasers would, the things that are holding the lasers and the internets in place, that there's the shrinking and expanding from the temperature differences, that somehow the internets would just kind of maybe be crooked, and then all the internets would be crooked. But it doesn't happen. Because magic. All the internets are all not crooked, just working perfectly.